Hi guys, welcome back to our channel.
Yo, what's going on, guys?
So I know it's been a while. We kind of went off the radar for about a month. Sorry about that, you guys. It's been really crazy these last couple weeks. We've had a lot of work, and unfortunately we had a death in our family. Chava's uncle passed away.
Oh, my godfather, he passed away due to cancer, and we've just had a lot going on. So we've just been off like YouTube. If you follow us on Instagram, you'll see that we're still posting stuff on Instagram here and there.
Yeah. So right now we are trying to help Chava's family raise money for his uncle. So if you guys would be kind enough, anything helps. I will be leaving the GoFundMe link down below. Something else you guys probably haven't noticed because we haven't filmed, and we told you on our last video we had like a little surprise. It's our new kitchen. So our little background, like you see a little thing right there. This is not how it's gonna look, but that's what we put for now.
And the table, look at our table.
Oh yeah, and our new table, look at guys.
We haven't filmed in this table, huh?
No, at all. So yeah, that's something to update you guys
and
on.
I already messed it up a little bit, but it's all
yeah, you know, he works on it. But yeah, guys, so I'm actually gonna do an apartment tour because we have also this last month been fixing up our whole apartment. So yeah,
stay tuned.
Today Chava's going to be showing you guys how to make a sick cake that's actually pretty popular that he makes, but this time he's doing it a little different.
Yeah, we're changing it up. It's going to be a Gucci cake instead of a
Rolex cake.
Yeah, a Rolex cake.
So if you guys would like to learn how to make this cake, then please keep on.
Alright, so desafortunadamente falleció mi padrino, so lo que estamos tratando de recaudar dinero para poder hacerle un funeral y todo las cosas que se tienen que hacer, ¿verdad?
Su familia ahorita está batallando mucho financieramente y estamos tratando de ayudarles lo más posible. So voy a dejar el link aquí abajo en los comentarios. Cualquier tipo de dinero ayuda. También nomás compartir el link. Todo ayuda. So,
todo. No hay ni $1 muy poco ni, todo lo que puedan ayudar.
Eso nos ayudaría muchísimo.
Ojalá y puedan compartirlo para que tengamos muchas personas que puedan entrar,
Ya, y el dinero de eso todo irá a la causa de su tío. Igual tuvimos una venta de cupcakes que gracias a los que compraron, eso también lo vamos a dar todo a su familia de él. Pero ya, el día de hoy Chava va a hacer un pastel muy chido que es popular en la página de Chava, o si lo siguen, este es el pastel, es un reloj Rolex, pero hoy lo va a hacer un poco diferente.
Muchas veces lo hago de Rolex, esta vez va a ser de Gucci, alright? Sí lo he hecho como unas 7 veces, mucha gente me lo está pidiendo, lo vamos a hacer.
Si gustarían saber cómo hacer este pastel de un reloj con una caja, por favor sigan mirando este video. And this is how I'll know if you guys actually watch the videos and listen to all my shenanigans talking. Comment down below if you're watching right now what time you think we're filming this video. You guys know we film like in the nighttime, between the nighttime to the morning time. So you guys let me know what time you think it is right now, and if you get it right, I am going to send you a $25 gift card.
That's right.
So comment down below. I want to see if you guys are actually listening. And I'm not gonna make it hard on you guys. It's between midnight and 8 a.m. That's all I'm saying. And I'm drinking this. Maybe that helps.
just make sure that it's leveled, you know. And the more leveled it is, the less buttercream you're gonna have to add when you're adding the first coat, okay? So I'm gonna leave it like that, put it in the freezer for about 20 minutes, and then we're gonna give it the first coat.
So aquí ya le puso el relleno y básicamente lo está asegurando. Aquí esto lo va a sellar el relleno que se quede esto duro. So lo va a poner en el congelador por 20 minutos y luego le va a dar la primera pasada.
Alright, so what you're gonna need a big board like this. This is a half sheet board, oversized. And what you're gonna need to do is, whatever size your cake is, say it's a 10 inch, you're gonna have to cut a 10 inch square, okay? If it's an 8 inch, obviously we're gonna cut 8 inches. So I already have it all measured out right here, so I can make the lid of it. You know what I'm saying? You could either do this, or you could do the foam. You know those foams that they sell?
Oh, okay, yeah, the thick green foam or white foam, whatever.
Yeah, but the lighter, the better. You know what I'm saying? So I chose this. I'm just gonna double it, so that way it could be a little thicker, okay?
Ok, so van a necesitar un cartón. Este es un cartón de un half sheet y lo van a cortar al size de su pastel. So el size de su pastel de él es 8 pulgadas, o ya tiene aquí 8 pulgadas.
Sí.
Pueden usar esto o un foam.
Yo decidí hacerlo de cartón porque pesa tanto más bien.
Yeah.
Y pues entre menos pesa, está mejor para que no se te caiga la lid, ¿ok? Porque todavía va a llevar fondant, ¿ok? So ahorita vamos a ver.
Y lo va a dobletear para que se vea más grueso.
Yeah. Alright, so we cut them out. You can see that we have 2. And these are pretty thick. They're probably about 1/4 of an inch thick. So that way it could be kind of thick. And so what we're gonna do is we're gonna tape them together. Alright, so ya le pusimos tape. Lo que vamos a hacer ahora is put fondant on this, okay?
Okay.
But this is what you have to do. You have to have it like this. And you're just gonna cover all of it with fondant, okay?
And basically that why he's showing it to you now is so you can get it done while your cake is cooling down, you know? Like.
Yeah. So if you could even do it the day before, so that way it could be dry, the whole thing. But you know, we're so busy that
we do it the day of.
We do it the day of, you know? You got it as fresh as possible.
We do it 5 minutes before you pick it.
Give it the first coat already. And here's our buttercream.
Ya le va a dar la primera pasada. Do you have...
Alright, so this one's gonna help you a lot because if you see the edges, it's square. It's like really sharp, okay? And you're gonna have to smooth like both ways, like this way and then this way. So that way it could come out smooth, okay? So if you don't know how to do it, make sure you learn.
Oh!
Because it's gonna help you out a lot.
Avi, that's why they're watching.
Like honestly, I didn't know how to do this before. Like I'll be like, damn, I kept, dude, I used to give my square cakes like 5-6 coats, dude. Because I was like, damn, I can't get it like straight, you know? So take your time. I mean, you guys don't have to do it all fast, you know? So como le estaba diciendo a toda la gente, para que te ayude a no darle tantas pasadas, dale una pasada delgadita de crema para que no tengas que ponerle tanta en las esquinas, porque si le pones más en las esquinas, vas a tener que darle más pasadas porque va a estar más duro para hacerlo filoso, ¿me entiendes? Y arriba es igual que cualquier otro, ¿eh? Nomás algo que esté plano. You give it a little pasada con the orange one, so that way you don't have a huge bump right here in the middle, you get me? So now we're gonna put it in the freezer for about 20 minutes again, and then we're gonna give it the second coat. But if you look at it, the first coat for a square cake, it looks pretty decent, no? Yeah. Trust me, once you do it, you're gonna be like, dang, like it's so hard to make a square cake, but trust me, they're worth it. You'll see. All right, so we have our edible image, and so the customer requested that they wanted everything to be like kind of like a 3D watch, not just an edible image, because we usually do edible images on the watch, just so that way it could be faster and it looks like perfect, you know. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna make an actual 3D watch, and we're gonna try to make it look as perfect as possible. So so I already got the B. If you see the watch, we're gonna show you the watch. And it has to be like this, like, oh, let's just cut it out and then let's do it. All right, so we have a small ball of fondant made by me. And then we're gonna need some cornstarch. And knead it for a little bit, so that way it could be smooth. All right, so what we need to do is pretty much put everything on fondant, okay? So what you wanna do is just make sure that the fondant is not too thin and not too thick, okay? So just has to be perfect.
Okay, right? We'll figure it out.
Like 1/8 of an inch, right? But what I want to do is make it. Remember I told you guys that it could dry faster? I'm gonna add some more cornstarch, okay? So that way it could dry faster and we could have it like hard and ready.
Bruh.
Ew. Your smile.
Oh.
Para que se te quite.
I think it's pretty hard. And what we're gonna do now is we're gonna roll, okay? So like I said, it's gonna be about 1/8 of an inch. So no quieres que esté tan grueso y no quieres que esté tan delgado tampoco. So hazlo como que sea 1/8 de una pulgada. All right, so we're gonna grab a brand new napkin and we're gonna fold it or whatever. We're gonna add some water, okay?
You guys like the mug I got Chava made for Father's Day from my son's picture right there?
My son's picture.
So cute.
All right, so what we're gonna do, we're adding some water so that way it can get sticky. We just wanna put what's gonna be thick. You get what I'm saying? So I need this to be thick, which is the center of the watch. The sides of the watch to be thick.
The straps?
Yeah, the straps. It's a messy job, but trust me, at the end, it's well paid and it looks nice. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? All right.
You need to make some shirts that say that.
You know what I'm saying?
So, como estaba diciendo, las partes que van a estar gruesas, como el centro del reloj y las correas, esas los puso en el fondant.
Que esté grueso. All right, so now that we have these on fondant, we're gonna roll another piece of fondant a little bit thicker, so that way the frame of the watch is a little bit thicker than the inside of the watch. So that way it can look like a real watch. You get what I'm saying? You don't want it to look all flat. And all right, so we're gonna cut it out.
Tantearle, like Mexicans.
Hey, 4 dedos.
Ahí está.
All right, so that's
You could
it
tell
right
that it's thicker.
And now we're gonna put the circle, which is the size of this, on the middle, okay? And we're gonna cut that out.
So basically make sure you have 2 different size circles, one a little bit bigger than the other. That way you print out this part, your image, the same size as the smaller circle.
Yeah, make
and
sure
you'll see how that goes right there.
Just make sure it's right in the center so we could look cool. That fits right in there. And I'm gonna paint this gold so it could look like an actual watch. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And now we're gonna cut these out.
All right, so there he did cut the sides.
All right, so I cut the sides. And as you can see, this doesn't have to be the same thickness as this, like the red line, because that's how it is on the watch. And now what we're gonna do is we need to cut the sides of this so they could look rounded, so it could fit into this.
So le van a cortar las esquinas así como poquito redondo para que le quede así perfecto al reloj. No se vea así como
straight.
Pico.
Alright, so what I did here is I already put that thing on. Okay, so now we're just waiting for it to get stuck. We put a little bit of water, make sure it gets stuck. And we have 2 thin pieces of fondant right here, okay? So what I'm gonna do with these is I want to put the B right here, and then I'm gonna cut out the arms for the center of the watch, okay? With this one. And what I'm gonna do with this one is so that all this could be stuck together, just this part. You see how it's not stuck together? Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna put it all stuck to this, so wait, it could be just one.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
And so,
that's smart.
Yeah. So just put water again, like right. And also, if you want, you could also just put this on, cut it out and then paint it first. That way you don't have to paint. That way you don't get paint on this, you know?
Oh, okay.
So.
Ta-da!
Alright, so we painted it already. And we're gonna put it all together, okay?
Look at that, you guys. Look at all that detail. Cute.
Yeah.
I love it.
Cool. What we're gonna do now, we're gonna do the little base where the watch is gonna go. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna make that out of Rice Krispies. So we bought some. We have a lot. We bought a huge box of Smart Final, but they have the big ones. Yeah. Or you could even get the huge one, but obviously you don't need the whole thing. These you could just grab a couple and save the rest for later. Lo que vamos a hacer es un cuadrito así. Obviamente lo que vas a hacer no tiene que estar así grande, ¿ok? So, lo quieres que esté un poquito chaparro, pero yo lo hice así alto porque lo voy a presionar, ¿me entiendes? So, I made it a little bit taller so that way I could pressure it and you'll see. That way I don't have to cover
like compress it,
yeah.
Right?
That way I don't have to cover it in buttercream.
Okay.
Okay, so you guys will see right now.
He's basically molding it himself, right?
Yeah. And make sure you use gloves for this because it gets so sticky. Alright, so with the serrated knife, we're gonna cut the edge, like the sides. You can do it however big you want it, but since our watch is like this size, I don't have to cut it too much. Okay? But if you get what I'm saying, like it's so pressured that it looks so flat. Mm-hmm. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And all you have to do is add a piece of fondant, and you don't have to add buttercream. You know what I'm saying? Because it's already sticky.
Okay. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. But if you, like I said, if you don't pressure it, it's gonna be all bumpy.
So you're gonna have to make it smooth, right?
Yeah, you have to like kind of make it smoothish, and make sure that your fondant's kind of thick, so that it won't be all bumpy. After you do that, like you cut all around, now you could go like this. Like one of the sides, I'm gonna make it flatter than the other side, so that way the watch could be on this. And now we're just gonna lay fondant, okay? So now your watch is gonna go right there. You could even throw it on one of this. See that?
Yeah. Look at this, you guys. It's so cute. I love it. You did good.
Thank you. Appreciate it. So yeah, I'm telling you, that took time. The whole thing took me like an hour, you know? And that's only part of the cake. So that's not even a cake. You know what I'm saying?
All right, let's cover the cake in fondant now.
No, we just have to cover this. Alright, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna cover the top of the square first, like at the top of the cake, so that it could look clean. Okay? So what we're gonna cover the top, and then we're gonna add a trim on the sides, like on the top, and then we're gonna cover the sides. So that way the sides could cover all the imperfections that you leave on top. You get what I'm saying? So you'll see. Alright, so we need it to be 8 inches by 8 inches square. Okay, it doesn't have to be perfect because like I said, you're gonna cover it with a trim around it, okay? Tienes que hacerlo de 8 por 8 cuadrado, pero no tiene que estar perfecto porque todavía le vas a poner un trim, ¿no? So just cut it 8 by 8. Okay, so what we have here is the 8 by 8 square fondant. It doesn't have to be thick, you can make it thin. And this has to be thick, so that way it could be thicker than this, because it's gonna be the trim. And this, you can make it as thick as, like as wide as you want, but just make sure that you don't make it too wide to where you can't fit the little watch. You know what I'm saying? So just make it however wide you want. I made it like 1/2 inch. So we're gonna put it on, okay? All right, so now it's stiff. So now we're gonna give it a second coat with our little spatula. This one's gonna be a thin coat too, okay? So you start from the top, like always, and then you work your way down. So nomás le estoy dando una pasadita otra vez por la segunda pasada para que se pueda mirar perfecto, ¿eh? Y empezamos desde arriba y vamos para abajo. Alright, so here's the cake. Now let's add this. And like I told you guys, it doesn't have to be perfect. Just make sure that it kind of covers pretty much everything, okay? So there it is. And now we're gonna need our smoother. Alright, so with our smoother, we're gonna smooth it, okay? Okay? So our trim's gonna go like this, right on the edge. It's gotta be like al ras, gotta be flush. And make sure that what you do on this side, you do on this side. You know what I'm saying? Because if you do this side and then you do this side and then you do this side, it's gonna come out like weird, you know? You want it to look like perfect. So just make sure you cut it. I recommend that. Now we're gonna add a piece of fondant right here. So now measure it. You can either measure it with your little measuring tape, like I have here. Honestly, you don't even have to add one back here.
Oh, okay.
Okay? Because you're gonna add the back part, okay? So what I was saying, that it's gonna look badass, is because you're gonna cover the sides now. And you get to cover all of this, you know?
Okay.
And as if you were to put the sides first, you're gonna have this sticking out.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Alright, so we're gonna put it back in the freezer, no, in the fridge, and then we're gonna cut our sides, okay? So now measure the sides, and so you know it's not 5 inches now it's 5.5. Okay? Alright, so we already have our fondant cut out, the black, as you can see over here. Check it out. We have it all cut out to size, and let's hope that it fits. So we're gonna throw it on already, okay? And like I said, if you make it stiff, like hard, if you make it like harder with the cornstarch, it'll be easier to transfer it because it won't be like stretching while you're grabbing it, you know what I'm saying? So that way, it's not like
too flimsy?
Yeah, it's not too flimsy. There you go. Alright, I'm gonna throw it on and then I'll show you guys. Right?
Cool.
And then whatever's left over, you could just cut it. Or kind of like, if there's only a little bit, you could still smash it down. And just smooth it. And do the same thing to the other side. So once you do that side, do this side, okay? Alright, so we added fondant to all the 4 sides already. You can see. Still a little dusty, but at the end I'm gonna hit it with the steamer.
It looks so good.
And obviously you're still gonna add the lid. Alright, so we have our pieces of fondant. We need a white one, and then we need a black one, just to cover both sides of this, okay? So what we're gonna do is, obviously, just cut it to the size. And now what you're gonna do is, you're gonna cover the black part, okay? Which is the back. And we already have our fondant right here. And now what you're gonna do is put a trim on the outside like this, okay? And thankfully we have this right here already, so we can just do it, okay?
Oh, okay.
So now you're just gonna measure it. Alright, so we have our 3 sides already, and now we're gonna put it on the edges, okay? And so make sure that you leave the side that you're gonna put the sticks on the bottom. So don't put it, you know, that way you could put the sticks through there. There it is. It's already all covered. And now you could put a trim, or you don't have to, but if you want, you could put a trim right here also. Like it would have to be black, or you could do white. It's up to you. All right, so we already have our 3 edges, our 3 pieces of fondant, and now we're gonna add water.
Y ahora le va a agregar la imagen del logo.
So the Gucci logo, it's edible image, so we're gonna put it on there like that.
And the box that we got doesn't actually have it in the front, but just to make it look cute, you know, we're gonna put it on both sides.
So we're gonna add the sticks. Like I said, we're gonna put some skewers, and if you can, just try and add the ones that have like a sharp at the bottom, so that way you can stab them into the board.
A pointy end?
Yeah. And so what you want to do is you want to make it like the bottom of this, the one that's sticking out, you want it to be as long as the cake. You get me? So just make sure you get like some pretty long ones. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna throw it in there. I'm gonna put a little bit of glue and just throw it in there, okay? Use this glue, Gorilla Glue.
Can't use any other one. Just don't use it on your hair.
Yeah, please don't. Make sure that it sticks out 5 1/4, you know? And then just do the same with all of them, okay?
How many are you putting?
I'm gonna put 4. So just 4 of them. You can put as many as you want, but 4 is, I think it's secure enough with 4. All right, so here's our cake, and we have our stuff ready. And now we're gonna put it together, okay?
Part we've all been waiting for.
What you wanna do first is, you already have the things, right? And so you wanna kinda like, check where it's gonna go. So say it's gonna go right there, okay? And then poke the hole all the way down with like one of these, so that it can make a hole on the board. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So get something that you could hit. See, not a hammer, because this, so right there. And then just do it to all the rest of them, okay?
Alright guys, so this is the finished look. Look at this beauty. Look at all this detail. The sharpness. Look at this. We hope you liked this video, you guys. If you did, please don't forget to give us a big thumbs up. Subscribe to our channel. Share our channel with all your friends. We're almost at 60,000 subscribers. And we promise we're going to be posting more consistent. I know we say this all the time, but this time we're for real. And I will be leaving the GoFundMe link down below. Don't forget to follow us at Serranoscakes.
It's all for a good cause, so.
Yeah. And we love you guys. And we'll see you in our next one.
Peace.
It's so cute.